Remember what it was like when you were a kid for Christmas, waiting on it with anticipation for opening up your presents? Well, that's the way I felt recently with the delivery of my new lathe. I want to share you my journey, and perhaps it'll help you with your journey on perhaps purchasing and moving a large lathe. I started turning in 2007, shortly after I retired. I had a hands-on lesson with somebody else, and then I was hooked. I wound up getting this used Jet Mini lathe, 1014 belt change, and it was a great starter lathe, but after 6 months I knew I was hooked and wanted a bigger lathe, and after looking around for a little while, I couldn't find one. I went ahead and ordered the predecessor model of this, the Mustard Monster 3520c, and I've happily turned on it for almost 14 years. So when I ordered it, both warehouses in the U.S. were out of stock. I went ahead and ordered it, had to wait several weeks for it to get delivered, and when it got delivered, I had to pay extra for liftgate service, and liftgate service is when they have a hydraulic lift on the back of the truck and they're actually able to lower the product onto your property, and generally that requires a pallet jack to move it to some distance. Well, the sorry driver that I had delivered didn't even bring a pallet jack. He could not have pushed that 600+ pound crate from one end of the truck to the back of the truck. I had friends scheduled to come help me install it. We had to wait for them to show up, and even with 3 or 4 of us pushing to the back, it took 3 or 4 of us pushing to get it to the back of the truck and onto the lift gate, and then off the lift gate, half onto the property, half onto the street, with the pallet getting crushed in the process. After that, it was smooth sailing by moving one piece at a time with a hand truck, just like we did with this piece. So with this lathe, it was a lot simpler. My order went in on February the 4th for the Centennial model, this one that I got, of the 3520c. I got an email the following Tuesday from the woodworking company that I ordered the lathe from, giving me a tracking number, and I had it delivered on Friday, 7 days after I ordered it. Liftgate service was included in the price. Normally a shipping company is going to give you a 4 or 5 hour window of when they're going to be able to deliver. Make sure you remind them that you're getting liftgate service, and it might be appropriate for you to tip the driver if they're actually able to move that thing, spend a little extra time with you moving it exactly where you want it. For example, if you've got a garage or a shop with a roll-up door where they can actually roll it in. If you have to pay for liftgate service, an alternative might be when it arrives at the freight terminal for you to go down there with a pickup truck, have them load it into the pickup truck, and then you can just drive it home and take it off one piece at a time. Not only this lathe, but any large lathe. I helped a couple of friends move Powermatics, and they are heavy. The last time, one of the turners that was helping commented to the individual whose lathe we were moving. He said, "You know, you might need to get some younger friends." Well, I actually did get some younger friends to help bring this and help me install it in my shop. So here I am taking the box off. It's tacked along the bottom. You lift it off, and there you are. The inside of the crate is, top of the crate's lined with 2x4s as shown here. English, French, and Spanish. I think these are the nuts and bolts and so on. I'm going to take some of these down individually. These are the legs.
I carried down everything into my shop except the lathe bed and the headstock together weighing over 400 pounds. They put the faceplate on the end of the spindle to protect it, which is a good idea. Be sure to read these instructions and take loose the set screws before you take it off. Here's the weight of the 3520c model compared to the B model. It's a beast, an extra 96 pounds.
Okay, let's open up a couple more boxes. Nuts, bolts, nuts and bolts. The live center, my knockout, infamous knockout bar. Very nice. Wrench for the faceplate. This is the, looks like the handle for the banjo. Locking mechanism, much improved over prior version. One of the arms, which I probably won't install anytime soon. Probably won't use it. Got the legs. Got the parts for the operator, and the extension, tool extension goes on the end. Okay. I'll have to install this. Didn't realize they came with a wire. Went out and paid $9 for wire. Oh well. Because I want to be ready when it came to have that plug. Let's cut this other one open. Let's see what we got here. Okay, here's tool rest. 14-inch, very nice.
The Centennial model comes with a very nice LED light as well as a fancy anti-fatigue mat with Powermatic on it.
Oh, I almost forgot. When you look at this with the webbing, you wonder how in the world did I have to completely dismantle this lathe to build one of these things, and somebody might have resisted doing that for that reason. But let me show you a little trick. These legs are mounted with two large bolts, one on each side. And what you do when you get this thing carefully measured, designed, and built, when you get ready to install it, take this bolt off right here on the front, loosen the bolt on the other side of the leg. You swing this all the way out, slide the toolbox into the webbing on the left-hand side, and then ease it in on the back, and then just swing this leg back into place and tighten everything back up. I'm going to do a full product review after I have a little more experience turning, so stay tuned for that. Y'all stay safe. Come on back here.